initial impressions of camp so far?
Yeah, listen, we've been in for a day and a half or so, just getting the guys acquainted with each other, started our medicals and all of that fun stuff yesterday. First day on the pitch and roll the ball out just for a few minutes as we get through some formalities and testing. And probably everyone's, not their favorite day of training camp, also mine as a coach, so I'm just looking forward to the afternoon. We'll be back here in a couple of hours and really get the ball out on the pitch and get going. But I'm happy with the guys. Everyone's in here. Spirits are good. Guys are getting acquainted with each other well. Obviously, there's a lot of familiarity, but there's some new players who are new to us and new to our country. So it's good to see everyone bonding, getting together, and that's the whole purpose of the start of the preseason.
Is the fitness where you thought it was on the first day? Maybe just the guys still working to get into game shape?
Listen, I think the general fitness is good from what we've seen from the guys. So I'm happy from that aspect. And listen, we've got 8 weeks in front of us. It's a long preseason, so looking at it from a day one aspect, it's not the number one priority, but it just gives us a level of where guys are and where we need to get to. But preseason's planned in a proper way to get the guys ready for April 27th.
Is there an advantage to having a lot of the guys already knowing each other and playing together in the past?
Yeah, I think, of course, the biggest challenge all of the teams have in the league this year is putting together a squad of 22, 23 players, right from the beginning. Conventionally around the world in every club, they'll look to add 2-3 players in a transfer window, and in our transfer window, we're adding 22 to 23 players. So having familiarity amongst the group, also to myself, I think that speeds up the process. Guys kind of have a pretty good idea of where my mentality is and how I like to play, and I think the new guys have gotten a pretty good idea of that in their first couple of group meetings.
Do the teams, are they aware of, or is it the league kind of laid down in terms of nuances with the rosters? Are there ratio rules with having Canadians on it or anything like that the coaches have to follow?
Yeah, well, there's definitely some of the aspects. So we have 7 foreign spots on the team, so we're looking at it from a 22, 23-man roster. Then you're looking at 16 to 17 Canadian players. We know that we must start the game with 6 Canadian players to get going, and then we've got some other rules such as the under 21 rule and players having to put 1,000 minutes under that age group. So there's a few little particulars that we pay attention to as coaches, but nothing, to be honest, that's onerous. It's something that we want to be able to do, and my focus is as a coach to be able to do is making sure we give Canadians an opportunity to play, and also as we go forward focusing on the younger generation.
How do the rules work in terms of transfers? Can you bring players over at any time? Are there windows that you have to abide by? Yeah,
listen, from a transfer period, there's always the FIFA transfer periods that exist. We abide by everything that goes along with FIFA. So we're currently in one of those windows from a North American aspect. Obviously in Europe, in different regions of the world, it opens and it closes at different points. So we're currently in that open phase for us in North America, and we're able to add players as we go.
Are there salary cap restrictions in the first year?
Yeah, there's all types of restrictions from when it comes to that aspect that we're working at from a league level, and we're working within that, but everything's at a very good level, and we're happy where things are at.
Okay, and just lastly, in terms of your roster now, this is obviously the opening roster. Do you envision adding many more bodies, or?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got the players who are signed here. We have some players who are in a training period with the team. A couple of the guys already signed. Bertrand Awundi and Aliman Cissé are still not here. I think they'll be coming in the next week or so. And I think we're close to announcing a couple of other players who aren't in camp as well from that aspect. So there'll be an addition of about 6 players to the current squad.